That's what's
Eric
happening.
says, does Kyle have a good enough game plan during games to win with either quarterback? Who is the real problem? Yeah, he just seems like a guy who's doesn't have his heart in it. He just seems like a guy who doesn't have his heart in it. Considering I've seen Kyle with his heart in it, and this doesn't look like that.
Yeah, listen, Kyle's to blame, 100%.
Yeah. Kyle, Grant, if we lose to the Bears and Jim starts the next game and loses again, please ask the only question left. Kyle, are you trying to get fired? That's a fair question. And I don't think he'll let it come to that, but I think that's probably a fair question. I will. Defending Jimmy G by talking about the team's record with him playing is getting old. Half of those wins happened in 2019. It's an overrated stat.
Yeah, I don't know many people that are defending him anymore. In fact, I'm seeing people that were defending him having the arguments against the few that are left. It's the funniest thing in the world.
That's a small club at this point. Ray Vasquez says that 2019 season, such a blessing and a curse. That year showed our max potential, but we've been chasing those vibes for 2 years now. Like, forget that season already. That's the problem with that season to me. Let's say this. Let's say the Niners lost in the NFC Championship game to the Packers. You go into that offseason saying, good season. We learned a lot of valuable lessons, but we got to get better. But that's not what happened. They went to the Super Bowl and they were winning with 7 minutes left. And then they gave up that 3rd and 15 and told themselves that Nick Bosa got hurt. And they went to the offseason saying, man, we should have won. We were the best team. We got screwed. Let's run it back. Let's prove that we were the best team. Nah, you lost. Because what Jim Harbaugh said is you're either getting better or you're getting worse. You never stay the same. And what they tried to do was stay the same. Now, that involved trading DeForest Buckner for Javon Kinlaw and his arthritic knee. So I guess they didn't stay the same. But if they had just lost to the Packers, they would have approached the offseason with we need to get better mindset, but they didn't. They approached it with let's run it back mindset. Run what back? Losing? Being the number one loser? You were the number one loser in the NFL. Let's throw you a freaking parade. No, you don't run that back. The Chiefs run it back. Yep. And then they lost. You don't run that. That was the problem. They would have
I agree.
Championship game.
So I did my show last night, and we were talking about Kyle not being a servant leader, and it hit me square in the mouth. You want to know what the biggest difference is between 2019 and this year?
What?
It's the lack of leadership on the team. The team is just Buckner, as talented.
Sherman. Yep.
That's what it is. There's because Kyle is who he is, and you needed that buffer of leadership from the team that you no longer have. That is the biggest difference.
I'm with you. Aaron says, is Kyle really arrogant enough to be saving this draft class to play next year? Or he just working on getting Lynch fired? I say fire them both. I think it's one or the other. One of the two. I don't know. It's one of the two, though. I'm with you, Aaron. You could say it's the first one because he has a 6-year extension and he's so secure in his position. You could say the second one because maybe he got overruled on Lance and the 2nd and 3rd round picks as well. Or it could be both. It could be both, or it could be neither.
Yeah, and I've said this in the past that whether he's doing it intentionally or not, he sure is setting up Lynch to be the scapegoat by not playing these guys.
True. Grant, how candid can your questions be? Also, I wish you can Wes Welker what he thinks about Brandon Ayuk. They can be candid. They just have to be professional. And we only get Welker once a year. So unfortunately, we only get him in the off season when everyone's doing great and everyone's
right.